Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to, as you can see, the stunning and beautiful, beautiful island of Barbados. Some people call it home, some people call it paradise. I definitely call it a slice of heaven on earth. What a beautiful, beautiful scene this morning. Absolutely gorgeous and breathtaking view. We have not ever done an actual starting from this point of where I'm standing right now. We have started in this area before, but this elevation here is offering us a beautiful scenery right along the coastline of Barbados. I know many of you know where we are. There are tons and tons of different sections here that you would know from the IDs of it. I see Brother Malcolm is already telling me to go and eat some breakfast at the location where I am. So he obviously knows every day where we are. One of these days I'm going to pull something on him though. I can give him a sky shot and let him tell me where we are besides Barbados. I'll see if he can meet that challenge. Just gorgeous, glows, the peace and serenity. Unbelievable. I've been standing here holding the gimbal because where I am there's some splashing and stuff, so I am actually on a railing holding on to stuff here at the moment, but it's fine, it's safe. Thank you again to the security at the hotel here. I will tell you where we are in a couple of minutes, but I still want to get some of those wondering. Many of you have stayed here, many of you call this home, so I hope some of you are on this morning that you can enjoy this and have memories of yourself waking up and enjoying a sunrise such as this. So good morning to each and every one of you all again. I'll be doing a lot more turning in a second, but I want to stay here for a minute. Let us say our serenity prayer because I can't think of anywhere more beautiful and peaceful and serene to do so. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. This is a prayer for peace and direction and guidance and calmness. This is one that has saved my life on numerous occasions, literally speaking. So here we go. I hope you'll join us. All others will be back in a couple of moments. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. So I'm showing this section here for a reason, actually. It's because this is where some of the proposed boardwalk that's going to be laid along the south coast will be running. They're protecting or supposedly protecting the cliffal areas such as the one we're standing on, and therefore they're planning to build the boardwalk also to give people access to walking on this entire section of beach without actually having to use the main road. You know, I am really not for boardwalks because I like my separate beaches and stuff, but I can see the reasons for it and I can just understand the beautification it's going to make and the enhancements it's going to make to this entire coastline, and for the folks that are vacationing and living here in the island that just want to stay on the beach and not go into traffic on Highway 7. We are at Blue Orchid and Coral Mist Hotel. This is right down at what used to call the Cacra Beach Hotel. Again, thank you security for giving us this permission this morning. I came here this morning at about 25 to 6 and asked for permission and I was granted it immediately. No problems whatsoever. Very, very nice gentleman. He actually has shown me some photos of some sunrises and some sunsets that he has captured from here. Breathtaking, obviously. As we all know, the South Coast gives you the opportunity to capture on the sunrise and on the sunset some of the actual coastline, which enhances it because it just doesn't show you the sun and the ocean. It actually shows you the beautiful, beautiful scenery. We're looking right now into Rockley Beach just down there, Cacra Beach. And the boardwalk, you can see all the beautiful beach sections that have been formed because of that boardwalk again. Again, not a fan of boardwalks, but I can see the benefits of it. It's just because I'm stuck in my ways. You know, some people like a wooden home, some people like a concrete home. Doesn't make any difference whether they can afford both. They prefer the wooden home because of the warmness and stuff. So that's what I like about secluded beaches. But beautiful, beautiful hotel. I know there are many of you that stay here. There are many of you that will be waking up here a little later on in a couple of weeks' time and enjoying this kind of beauty as well this morning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Nice little pool on this section. This is one of the older hotels on the island. Not the actual structure itself, but the original structure that was here. Cacra Bank, very old. This is sort of the original footprint. And then all this was added on as they went into Blue Orchid Hotel. Alright, we're going to take our walk around here now. We're going to go back onto the boardwalk section here, or onto the decking section here, and make our way over to the beach, because our walk is going to be going in an easterly direction this morning into the sun. Not something we normally do, but this morning we're going to be taking that in this direction for sure. Look at the glows and the rays off this beautiful, beautiful coastline. You know, many months a year we have to face sargassum on the south coast. A lot of people put down the south because of what they've come here and seen in summer. But how can you possibly put this down? Is that not just spectacular? Absolutely stunning conditions at this time of the year. No sargassum. We've seen some on the southeastern section recently over the last couple of weeks, or the last week I should say, with the big swells that we had coming in. Very, very strange time to see that kind of big float. However, it's all clearing up now, as you can see. Stunning, stunning conditions out here. Beautiful. If you're looking to stay here, again, this is Blue Orchids. Coral Mist Hotel right here in this section. It's down the bottom section of Cacra. My brother, you good? Thank you, man. I can go up through here, or is it wrong this side? Thank you again. I just want to say hi to your family and good morning.
Morning.
All right, this is the gentleman that's been so kind to let us do this morning. Thanks again to let us see the photos and stuff.
Yep.
Have a great day, my brother. Okay. So it's nice to be able to actually capture the person that has extended peace and happiness to us this morning. Very much one of our family members to be. Same kind of spirituality, same kind of peace, same kind of serenity, finds beauty in nature, just like us. So he will be with us shortly, I am sure. So look out for him as well, and I know you all give him a warm welcome, as you all do to everyone. My memories of this actual beach here are not the fondest, because it was right there that I was setting up one morning over a year ago for our vlog, and my S9 dropped into water, and that was the last days at that function. However, we are still with one camera still, much better one, so we're able to enjoy it. But you know, that serenity again, it didn't really hamper me, it didn't really worry me too much, but it's not the fondest of memories, of course. Beautiful conditions down here. Right now the tide's gonna be low, around 7:20 or something, around that time. Couple of minutes there, give and take, but around that time, so we're seeing the absolute best of this beach. You can see this embankment here of how high up the high tide will come. This is where the high tide does come up majority of the time here. If we get a swell, even further up than this. But this section here, pretty much always beach, no matter what time of year it is. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to give you a 360 from right here so you can take in these surroundings. I'm going to go up in higher elevation so you can really take it in a little better and let you enjoy this. So those that stay at these two hotels, or one of the two of these hotels, please enjoy this here. This is our morning for you to remember all those sunrises and sunsets, and look forward to what you're planning to take in the future. So we're going to start off in this general direction. We're probably over 360 it, so you can go around and enjoy it. So this is Circle of Love. Enjoy. First Circle of Love in the morning, EMC style. Just stunning. So you have not seen me yet for the morning, so just to let you know, yesterday you all swallowed the hook, line and sinker all in one. I cannot believe that some of you all actually thought that I was cold. Come on, you all have seen me in February and January down here in Barbados, bareback, and then you see it this time of morning when it's pitch black and stuff, so you all should know better than that. I can't believe you all were so easy to set up for strikes, because some people yesterday got strikes for just being so gullible. Imagine that. That's what you had to do yesterday. Had to remind people not to be so gullible and swallow everything they take. You know, but there are also some people on YouTube as well. I even saw some people saying, shall I bring a jacket to Barbados because it's that cold? I can't believe how cold it is. Really, do I need to rethink my vacation? Will it get warm in time? Come on, people. This is Barbados. This is as cold as it gets. We're in the 70s, mid-70s this morning again. Beautiful, beautiful, fresh conditions. Crisp air. We get a little bit of chill at this time of year because of the cold fronts and because it's winter time for you all. We get those colder winds that come down from the north, especially if there's a dominant high pressure system around. It can get a little bit cooler than that. We've been under like 61, 16 degrees centigrade for those that are not familiar with the Fahrenheit scale. That is the coldest we have ever been that I know of, and I guess it may have been colder in certain sections of the island, but that's as cold as I've ever known it. That's many years ago. Had a lot of rain, had a big deep low that came down with a cold front. Definitely a chilly occasion for us here in Barbados. You could appreciate that was winter for us, but normally it doesn't get near that. 71 degrees, 71 degrees or 27, 23, 22, 21, gets in that kind of range. Just mix up the centigrade and the Fahrenheit for you, just to confuse you. Good morning, how are y'all this morning? I'm gonna spin round, so I hope y'all are... Oh, what's that out there? What's it out there? A turtle? Oh no, it looks like a guy snorkeling. There's a swimmer out there, yeah. Yeah, that looks like a swimmer. So how are y'all this morning? Welcome to Barbados, am I saying that right? Are you all from Barbados or where are you all from?
No, we're from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, alright, good. Well, you have a whole set of people here all over the world right now. Oh, you're pointing, you're from Barbados?
No,
originally?
No, from Harlem.
Oh, okay, wonderful. We have a lot of people saying hi to you all guys here because we are called the EMC. I don't have my cards with me this morning, but if you're on Facebook, look up Nicholas Dean, D-E-A-N-E, and you will find us on there. If you look it up, and you will follow this vlog right now. You are stars this morning. So what I'm going to do is, actually, MC, I have cards in here. Let me just go set up for a sec. Alright folks, well, you know we like to include family members and get as many people to join us as possible, because that's what this journey is all about, getting everyone to follow the piece of serenity. So I'm going to set you up again for a little piece of serenity while I go into my backpack here, because I have on, as you all can see, my tuxedo. I have to go into that to get the cards. So enjoy this piece of serenity for a couple of minutes. I'm going to put you right here, so you can get you a nice spot here that you can really enjoy some beautiful, beautiful Barbados, and I'll be back with you just in 1 second. Alright, so as I just had to introduce myself here very briefly, and also tell these guests here that I don't like to talk too much. Thanks again, have a great day, okay? Be blessed, okay? Yeah, so I started off by saying I'm not be talking too much, which is very unusual, so they would know for sure, but look at what is happening above. Woo! Is that not becoming stunning? So as I said before, this is the biggest this beach will get right now. I don't really think it gets much bigger than this. I can't remember ever seen it much wider than this. And that's mainly because of the low tide that's coming in. But you can see where all the trampled sand is, where the high tide will come up to, and how small this beach is at high tide. Sometimes there aren't hardly any beach in front of us here because of the sea conditions that we get in the south, mainly in March and April time. Beautiful. See Foam Hacienda right in front of us here. I know the waterman comes on, our sheriff. This is where he likes to stay. I'm disclosing where you stay, man. Ain't no more privacy for you. And also you can get Airbnb accommodations here as well. Airbnb, just have a look online. I don't know if it'd be on the Cacra Bank. A lot of people don't call it Cacra Bank. A lot of people just call it Worthing, because the entire stretch of beach from Blue Orchids right up to the Sleuth Gate near St. Lawrence Gap is all known as Worthing. However, us Bajans, we call it here Cacra Bank, again because of the original hotel that was located at the end of this beautiful beach. That was called Cacra Bank Hotel. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So most of, I said, as you all know, most of the beaches in Barbados have gained their name. If you go on the Google Maps, you will see Blue Orchids Beach on it now. However, I stick with the traditional ones because that's the only way you can really remember them, traditional ways. So I also like to touch base with those who have been here for many, many years, who have come here and known it as Cacra Bank and all the other places that we call, because a lot of our family that are on have been coming to Barbados for years and years and years. Some 30, 40, 50 years have been coming here to the island. And also, if you were someone like our billionaire, you would have been here 108 times. Imagine that, 108 times being to Barbados. Well, well, well. That is sort of like, I don't know if I've ever heard that before. I've heard people celebrating 50 times here. Certainly not 108. And imagine, he's a young guy like me. He's in his early 50s. Slightly older than me, a year or two, because I'm of course 51. I will be 52 on April 5th. Hint, hint, hint. Birthday celebrations and gifts this way, please. And all these places here, Airbnb properties. These were originally beach homes in Barbados owned by private individuals living here year round. Obviously, this was their residences. However, majority of them have either been completely turned into Airbnb properties, or one or two of the levels are turned into Airbnb, and then the actual owners live in the lower or the upper sections. All along here, as you will see many of them. Bands of gold. Look at this sunrise. Talk about heavenly promises of a new day. This is a new year. This is a new day. This is time for us to make a change in our lives and hopefully make this world a much, much better place. We all have the power to make a change in our lives. We have no power over the world, but if we walk around with positives, others will reflect on it as well. This intersection here, there's a trough that forms on the inside of this band of reef here at certain times of year. You can see actually just on the inside section here, it's a little bit deeper. This is probably just maybe about, I guess hip deep maybe in some sections. However, at high tide that'll be a little bit higher. So it is a little bit of a pool that forms here. However, as you can see, this is not a place to put a child and leave it alone, because it will get pulled out over this and it immediately drops off to like waist and chest deep and then into shoulder deep. So you don't want to leave children in this area here unprotected for sure, because they could easily get pulled over that. Beautiful, beautiful sands this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this here. And see. I know you all can't see that. It doesn't make any difference. You will see it for sure. And of course, we have to put in our co-star's heart. Here we go. That's what we represent. Love. Love and care and kindness. And EMC stands for Early Morning Crew. There's no better way to start a construction on a building than the foundation. That is what we do in the morning. For those of you that know Harbour Lights or know of Raymond Gill and his family, this is their property here. Again, Airbnb property. So I know a lot of you also have stayed here. We have family members who have stayed all over the island, but the south coast very, very heavy. Directly through here, to give you an indication where we are, I actually forgot to show you the public thoroughfare a little further back down. Just where we were talking, that couple, there's a public walkway that comes through from by Starbucks. I'm calling Starbucks because that is the actual building that's there now. So if you're looking to get on this beach and you are down the Worthing section or going on the Rockley area and coming up towards Worthing, you can enter from that area, as it is a public walkway that's over there. Very, very easy to get to this beach for sure. Just behind us here, you'll see it's Duty Free Barbados. I still call it Cave Shepherd. That's Cave Shepherd's outlet on the south coast. You can get all your duty free items there if you would like. It's called Duty Free Barbados now, but you would remember it as Cave Shepherd. And over here, the Vista Villas. These have been around for like eons. I can't even remember here not without these. Long time. Same footprint, same style structure, just continually renovated and replaced all the time, but same footprint. Beautiful views. I always say, what would a tropical island be without coconut trees? Strip those trees from there in a minute in your mind. Tell me what you think this coastline would look like. Certainly it would still be beautiful, yes, but would it have the tropical look? No, definitely not. I love coconut trees. I think they're the most important addition to the coastline. I love them. I know that they're dreaded by the turtle project because their root structure traps a lot of turtles and stuff, but I think that we have to coexist, and therefore coconut trees I think are definitely necessary. You can see how the impact of the beach and the largest swells are. All this sand would have been driven up here. That would not have been put up there by the individuals. That would have actually been driven up over high tides and the large swells that we have been having on the south coast recently. So you will see how all this area can be impacted heavily. Now, as I said, there is a boardwalk proposed along the south coast. It will only be put, from what I understand, looking at it when I went up and had a look at it, to whether I would put a vote on it or not, which I did vote for it because I think it's necessary in some spots. I don't really like them, but I did vote for it because I can see the enhancements. The boardwalk will continue along this area here that we're going to go up onto the road now. So you wouldn't have to leave the beach at all. The boardwalk will only be put in areas that there's no beach. So it's not a continuous boardwalk across the beach area. Only in the areas that there's no beach. That is what is said anyhow in the actual site that I went on to. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to go up to that beach, don't worry. We're going to just venture in a little bit. But just one last time, one more look at Cacra Bank Beach. Some people, I said, call it Blue Orchids Beach. This is Cacra Bank. Just stunning this morning. Doesn't get much prettier than that for sure. Alright, this is the other thoroughfare that you can get to this beach. This one comes opposite to Trimart, Worthing Food Court, etc. Gas station by Worthing Food Court. All that's located directly in front of us there. And this would be the walkway that we're bringing through, the public walk that we're bringing through to the beach. Remember, you see a driveway here. It does not mean you can drive and park in here, because this is for the entrance of people's homes that are just below us on our left. If you want to come apart here, I don't think Trimart would have a big issue. I won't tell you bring 20 cars here and put them there, but I don't think it would have a big issue. I usually park at Trimart and walk across the road. I don't park in front of the supermarket. I look for a park that's sort of out of the way and not used too often. Alright, a quick walk down memory lane. Originally that was the Vista Cinema. Many of you remember that. It was here for many, many years, and it had closed for a period of time, and then it reopened again. Vista's, a lot of us younger teens would remember that for sure. I was barely around for that because I was born later on, but other people like our deputy, Mr. Peters and them, they remember that quite well because they're old people. The gas station was always here. They used to have a hill snackette just over there where the cars are parked, next to the gas station itself. Was really popular for its cheeseburgers and for its shakes and floats and stuff. That's where we used to use, and then when that closed down, Chefette opened up further down in the Rockley area. Everyone used to walk to Rockley, so there was a wave of people that used to leave Vista and walk the way along Highway 7 down to Rockley, especially on weekend nights. Directly behind there, Worthing Food Court. We've done a couple of vlogs here if you're looking for it. Worthing Food Court. That's where you can go and have all types of meals. It's a truck park, or a truck canteen park, I would have to say. Beautiful atmosphere, amazing. We did a queue in the community there. Perfect location for it. Originally Goddard's supermarket. There were two supermarkets here. There was Goddard's, which is the one directly in front of us, and there was Simpson's a little further up, which turned into Star Discount. But we will show you that a little bit. I don't know if you're actually going to see that, because we can go back to the beach as quick as possible. Gas station was always here as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Now what you may not know is where that big building in the background there is, in the center of the screen. That used to be the original location of the Ship Inn in Barbados. So for many of you that came along and thought the Ship Inn was in St. Lawrence Gap as the original place, that is not so. It actually started in a wooded area here. It had a very small one-story building. All the windows used to open outward, like lattice-style windows used to open outward. People used to sit in them. I was one of those as well. And that's where we used to hang out at the Ship Inn. And then it moved from here to St. Lawrence Gap. Just over here on the right-hand side, this was originally Sean's discotheque and Sean's disco and pool hall at one time many years ago. We're really stepping back in time now. This is a big discotheque here and stuff. Actually not that big, but big for Barbados style anyhow. Beautiful Highway 7 now. This is why I like South Coast. Building on top of building on top of building, and that's not just building. I'm talking conveniences. Every possible restaurant, every imaginable courtesy and service that you would want in Barbados, you can find on the South Coast, and it keeps going. This is why I like Whole Town. This is why I'll tell you that if I ever had to choose and not come on the South, which I hope I never have to, but if I do, I would go to Whole Town quite comfortably, because Whole Town reminds me of here, because Whole Town has everything in it. All the restaurants, all the stores, all the facilities, all the amenities, everything. And this is just how it is in South Coast. Unlike Whole Town that only goes, like, say, for maybe a quarter mile or so, maybe a half mile at the absolute most, or just about a kilometre, you will find the South Coast runs for miles and miles. This goes literally from Bridgetown to Oistins, with very few areas that are not compact with activities. Now, as you can see, this is also our official away from the racing circuit racetrack. This is a very speedy road. Can you imagine the amount of potholes on this and people are still flying? Oh, what's up, my brother? You good? You want to say to everybody on live right now all over the world, man? Say hi to your friends, Norman,
yeah,
them.
Man. Norman,
yeah?
Come to Barbados.
Absolutely, man. So you're just going off on the road out to the beach to hang out?
You stay here, Norman?
Yeah, man. Sometimes, huh?
Then coming back?
I hope so, my brother. I hope so. So Norm and Diane, if you all are hearing that, come on back to Barbados. You are being missed, sadly. You know, Benoit and Louise can't come this time, or will not be able to come again, but we will still bring you Barbados, or we'll bring Barbados to you up there in Granby. But Norm and Dan, come on back, man. We'll be missing you. You know you're my brother and my sister. I don't like to be without my family for too long. Beautiful, beautiful. All these places here were originally homes, private dwellings all along this coastline. However, I would say there's hardly anywhere there's a private dwelling along this section now. It's either being turned into Airbnb or it's being turned into commercial businesses. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful up here. So Highway 7, a little bit light this morning, usually a lot busier than this here. You all would know that as well. But I like to come up this time of morning because we can find this kind of peace of serenity. Don't mind there's some traffic. You can imagine what it'd be like when it's bumper to bumper close to the 7 o'clock. All along here, people creeping and crawling into Bridgetown, which they'll do every day of life. And then the afternoon after work, they'll do the same thing, opposite direction, crawl and creep and guide themselves away. So I have to say, I am extremely happy to be retired. Melrose Beach Apartments. This is where Norm and Diane and the Santeri family live, or when they're here in Barbados, this is where they call home. And then you can get all your little accessories here and all your little goodies and stuff here from the Shop Smart Express. That's a little supermarket style here on your right hand side. Over on the left, a place a lot of Bajans call one of the best chicken places in the island, Chicken Barn. I really can't say I'm a favourite of Chicken Barn by any means. When I used to go to eat chicken, I would definitely go for Chefette, for sure. Not even Kentucky, but definitely Chefette. I like their broiled style. I'm going to carry a little further up before we actually go down to the beach, because we're going to walk past the entrance. But I want to show you, in case you're interested in getting some pudding and sauce on Saturday, or if you're interested in seeing Mr. Impact with the apron on. He's really cute with the apron on and his hat. So this is where you could come. This is another section of Barbados that has become a small little cafeteria, canteen, truck, express stop. He's located down the back. So if you're looking for Pat's house, Anderson Ward, Mr. Impact, this is where you can come on a Saturday. He's just behind that one that's turned broadside. That's why we red tent in that general area. So if you are looking for a little bit of delicacy and stuff, come over here and join in. Material things, that is where the UC Simpson supermarket then turned into Star Discount. It's now called the Sun Plaza. Different stuff going on there. If you want some real late night into morning activities, you can also find that in the back as well. They won't tell any more about that. I would talk about Clifton Market here. They have specialty style food. They have tons of vegan options, so you can go there and do all your shopping as well. I used to see a Scotiabank at one time, and then behind was Sandy Beach, which is now the Sands. We're still going to go back down. If you're looking for some real nice light casual gear, this is a wonderful spot for sure. I'd have to say Kelly's Closet definitely produces some nice stuff. It is a little bit more on the expensive side, but the quality is brilliant. So if you're looking for some nice cotton style beachwear or formal wear, or I say Caribbean style formal wear, this is where you can come as well. Once upon a time, videos, Chubby's Video used to be located here. I know many of you all say, what is a video? I say that myself, because when I came along, videos were something like, I mean, I heard of 8 traps, but I had to go in the museum to see one of those. And videos, I had to also go in. I only know about DVDs and stuff like that. I don't know about those old days. Of course not, I'm a young fella. Alright, so this is one of the accesses to the best beach in the world. This will take you down by Coral Sands. Coral Sands was built a few years back. It used to have a 3-story boarding home here many years ago. I cannot remember the name of it, but I know some of you all will. So you can always refresh your memory on that. However, Malcolm Worm, that used to own Blue Horizon Hotel, the Worm family, when they sold Blue Horizon to the government, they then came up here and built what they call a business style hotel. This is called Coral Sands. This to me is one of the nicer hotels in this section because of the beach it's located on. Also very roomy as well. I've been in quite a few of the rooms upstairs to the top floor as well. I've been in quite a few of the rooms, and I met with a lot of friends and family that were staying there. This building here, well back, was sitting here, not in disrepair, but not being used. It's just been refurbished and revitalized again, back into the Airbnb options. I know a lot of friends of ours also stay here. I can't remember their name. There are ladies, there are 4 ladies that come here every year that I know. Again, I can't remember their name. You all know me already a name, so I don't make an apology for it. Beautiful. Now, you could either, at one time, take the left here where we're about to take, or you could have taken the right and gone through in Drama, which is just down there. And you could have gone out onto the beach from down there as well. I had a little car park there before that condo and the centre of the screen was built. However, this is the access now to the beach. If you have been on our seek, find and disclose missions that we've had at Crystal Waters, you will remember this roadway because we've used this a couple of times to secretly come down and creep up on our family. But you can drive down here. I would mention to you though that driving down here you have 2 things you have to worry about. One is the sand can be very deep on occasion, so you could quite easily stick up. So please do not come down here in a front wheel drive and drive on straight onto the beach. I would recommend you reverse rear wheel drive, obviously going forward, just to make sure that you keep the wheels or your powered wheels on a better turf, the more solid turf. That's one of the problems. And the other problem is you will get blocked in down in here by people that have no regard for you in or out. So if you come down in here and you park up on this beach on a Sunday, for example, you can find yourself blocked in, and don't even look for people around you because they're up at Crystal Waters partying or at the Cacra Beach Bar or somewhere else. So you'll be here for the whole afternoon. So if you plan to come and park on this beach here and it's not any week, please put it in a park, put your park in a spot where you can get back out, like say on your right hand side here on this grass turf or on the left. But remember, you can get blocked in here. People do not have any consideration when they're looking for parks. Welcome to the best beach of the world. Welcome to Worthing Beach. Welcome to Sandy Beach section of Worthing Beach. Welcome to the Santeri Grove. Now they had 4 coconut trees that were located right here just up to last year. 4 additional trees, and this was called the Santeri Grove. This is where my family from Granby in Quebec planted these trees themselves over the years. Benoit was here for many years. I remember him long time ago. He's like, honestly, he's like my father that was not my father. An amazing man. So he and Louise I've grown up, and imagine they spoke French, did not really speak any English at all, and we still communicated and have fun together. Maybe it was the round punches I used to give them in those days. That's a possibility. I used to be known as the shake man. Anyone that was not familiar with a shake, I used to walk out with a shaker all the time, and your drink was always served with a 50% alcohol, whether it be tequila, gin or whatever. I used to have all these specialties. It's called the Ambassador's Brew. Never did I think it would come a day that I would be looking at myself as an ambassador for Barbados. But this is Coral Sands here. Richard, what's going on, man? Richard preparing himself for the day, getting all the chairs ready and stuff. Beautiful views this morning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take you a little further up, maybe we can do another circle of love. Just walk in this general direction. You can see there's some sargassum here. This is a last float that was mentioned coming in the other coastline. This is uncharacteristic at this time. However, as you can see, there is a little bit coming on again. Not much though, but look at these rays, folks. I don't know if you all can actually see the rays, or if you've seen a blast of sunlight, but the rays coming off of your lower clouds and into the sea. Promises of a new day. Absolutely stunning and breathtaking conditions this morning. This, I would say, is one of the best places if you're on the south coast and you have difficulties in swimming, or you're not that strong a swimmer, or if you have kids with you. This is the place I would recommend you come for sure. This is the Sandy Beach Lagoon. There's a natural lagoon that surrounds here. You can see the water breaking on the outside, the waves breaking. That is the actual outer reef. Unfortunately, that reef is in a dying mode. It used to have a lot of sea fans, all type of sea life on it. However, because of the shift in the sand that was in here, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a couple of seconds, out there, it has actually covered the reef a lot. And obviously, because of heating and all the other kind of things that have contributed it, that reef has actually started to die off now. It's pretty much just rock, not any more coral or moss or anything like that growing on it. Beautiful Barbados. What can I say? Absolutely beautiful Barbados. All right, we can do a circle of love from right here, and we're gonna start in this direction here, not blinding direction. We're gonna start right here now. Just quickly for you, there will be at some occasions a flag that's flying the end of this groin here, red flag. That is not because of any huge waves that are coming in, but this is this is how the exit for all of the water and for the boats from this lagoon. You'll see the little waves there that are breaking on the shallower reef there, and then you will see camera water between here and then the rocks. And this is where the channel is. So the red flag will be put up when there's strong currents, not because of any other reason, but the strong currents will be pulling you along here on the outside of these rocks, and then will drop you on the lower beach. So if you ever get caught in them, don't panic. Just keep yourself parallel to the beach and then work yourself in when you get dropped by the current, which will happen. It won't last too long. Now, if you want at low tide, you will have to go out here, chest deep, shoulder deep of water, and then you can get onto that reef, or you can go up above onto the sandbar and walk with the reef as well. Beautiful morning, exceptional, beautiful morning. Look at the rays up into the sky. Check this out, man. Is this not just stunning? Beautiful Barbados. You know, whenever I come out of home and I say to myself, what am I going to talk about today? I then have learned recently that it doesn't matter what I talk about. I can just talk gibberish for the entire day, which I certainly do not, because all of my commentaries are full of factual information. They're 100% accurate and perfect as always. But I can just come out here and talk gibberish because you all carry on your own conversations, share your own love, and enjoy this beauty that surrounds us. How could you not? I did promise you a circle of love. Here we go. Wow, look at the reflections and it glows. And again, look at these stunning rays. My goodness. Is this not just beautiful? A lot of these people I know for years. Morning, how are you going, my brother? You good? All right, man. Good to see you, man. Yeah, bless my brother. Yes, for sure. So this is, I was raised on this beach pretty much. I actually raised at every beach in Barbados. You almost get tired of hearing that now, but it's the truth. Thank goodness my father and mother used to like to adventure everywhere to parties. So I just tagged along, and I was at somewhere on the beach because that's the majority of people used to live in beach homes that used to frequent. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Unfortunately, this is not so beautiful. You all look at this and say this is beautiful, but unfortunately we've lost some trees here, and I'm sure that this coming year with the spring tides we're going to have and the larger south swells and stuff, we're going to see a couple more, because I'm mistaken some awkward lanes. What you may not realize is there was another row of trees directly in front of here. In the 70s and 80s there was no beach here at all. That wall that you're seeing up by Crystal Waters, that's where the high tide used to come in and hit. This is not a joke, that's serious. You used to actually have to enter Crystal Waters by where that lady's walking now. That's Mrs. Robinson, by the way. They used to own Bike Shot House. That was these steps used to go up there onto Crystal Waters because you could not enter from the front. They put a lot of tires and a lot of things out here trying to protect the front area. And then we saw a development like into the 90s of this beach that expanded beyond that groin, way beyond that groin. And that used to run the entire way along here. All this was all sand, like in this general area where you're looking now was all sand at that time. And then in early 2000s we saw some hurricanes come through, Hugo, etc. They didn't actually hit us, but the seas that they generated started to move this beach, and then it continually moved until they had to drop these groins. These groins are recent additions. When I say recent additions, I'm talking about maybe last 10 years or so. Prior to that, they never had groins here. You see all sand and beach. They used to have beach volleyball played right here at courts that were in this water. They actually had a coconut tree approximately 10 yards from this coastline that was out here on the beach. So that would give you an indication of how massive this was. And then it goes again. So as I say, nature giveth and nature taketh. So that's what we're in right now. Of course, man has also influenced this area by blocking sand on many places on the coastline where you'll find beautiful world-class style beaches now. But unfortunately that sand no longer circulates, so the older beaches that have not been reinforced, these massive groins, are suffering. Now that's just my layman's opinion on it, because I have been on these beaches seriously for a very, very long time. So I've seen them come, I've seen them go, and I've seen what has made a lot of changes as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. We might be a little bit long this morning. That's because we're going to be off on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll be coming back Friday. So remember, because we're off doesn't mean we're not be broadcasting. Last couple of weeks I've been preparing the castle for the princess. She's coming next week or so, and I'm looking forward to sharing the mornings with her again, and also have her as a part of our EMC vlogs, which I'm really, really looking forward to, of course, because I'll have my love with me. Crystal Waters done a lot of changes over time. You see a couple of trees down. You have been here on Sundays. You can always go and put in Crystal Waters in the YouTube channel, in my YouTube channel, and you'll find a lot of action stuff going on here. But beautiful, beautiful layout. A lot more roomy, a lot easier to move around the crowds, a lot more tables as well. So this sand, earlier on the year, all of these trees, I'll give you a little something here. You know me, I like to talk about these trees because I like to bring some kind of attention back to these here. I don't want people to forget about this. Let this just come and drop off and nothing be done about it. I'm going to take you right down to ground level. Alright, so the sand that you're seeing over here on the right hand side of the screen was the same height right across to these trees up to the beginning of this year, like around January or so, before we had a big surf. You can see how it has gone off at an angle now. I would say maybe about 20 degree, 25 degree angle. I do not have anything to measure that with me, so it's only an estimate. However, what had happened is that all under the root section, all the sand had been moved, and all of the roots under there have been destroyed. So the actual trees have dropped, and that is why they're lower elevation than up here, which was the same height right through. All here was level. So these trees here are basically surviving on the roots that are on the intersection that are holding them up, because all the roots formation below them, under them, has gone. All have died. So hopefully these will start. I don't know what will happen, but nature will play its course, and we will accept it for whatever happens, of course. Now, this is somewhere I like to point out. What's up, my brother? You good? Man, our family members up here, man. I call to say good morning to you, man. Yeah, man, thanks very much. Look, the family here want to say good morning to you, my brother. How are you going?
All the family.
Yeah, man. Sherlyn,
have
good?
a nice new year.
Man, nice, man.
All
nice
right.
to see you again, man. I
All
hope you're coming back to the beach now?
Yes.
Man, I miss it, you know.
I miss it too.
All right, my
Love
brother.
the beach.
Good to
Best
see you,
beach
man.
in Barbados.
Absolutely. You know it, my brother. You know it. Best beach in Barbados. See, that's a person that's non-biased. So, anyway, this is Royal Bliss. It's all Chateau Blanc. It used to be called Royal Bliss. A charming couple has brought this here. I would have to say, every time I come here, I thank them for saving this beach, because if this had got into the wrong hands, this could have been a nightmare for this beach and changed the entire atmosphere of it. However, they've reused the same footprint and they've absolutely beautified inside. It is gorgeous. We can do a walkthrough. It's not that we are not planning to do that, but they are full at the moment, so it's a little difficult to do that. But we'll come back and see them again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a stunning scene. Now, years ago, again, going back to when I was a young fella, I'm not going to tell you when that was, they used to have a houseboat out here. I mean, a genuine houseboat. And they used to have maybe another 20 vessels or so in this bay, because remember, there was no sand in here at all. It was very deep. So you could actually have entered this bay by the above section at high tide, on the smaller boats, of course. And then you could have entered it from the center section there, whereas impossible to do right now. And then they also had the below channel. So there were 3 different options when there was no sand in this lagoon. A lot of the sand that is on the beach here that made it so big is actually now in this lagoon and on the reef itself. So I don't know if a big swell may come in one of these days and push it back in, but a lot of sand is actually out there now, so it's not nearly as deep as it was. And they don't have any little pockets of reef and stuff that you would have found fish on this before. Now, you know, we call the best beach in the world. We advertise everywhere on the best beach in the world, Cacra Beach Bar. If you're looking for something completely different atmosphere to crystal waters, more rocky and stuff, this is the place to come. It has great facilities. Cacra put on some amazing shows as well. And I'm going to take you back again in time one more time. This was no beach here back in the 90s, none at all. Where you're sitting, you wouldn't. That there is where you would have stepped into the water at one time. So the water used to come all up on the side here of Chateau Blanc, and you couldn't walk in front of Chateau Blanc either, because at high tide, or you couldn't walk through there at any tide and not get wet. But especially at high tide, you would have been soaked by the water coming off of the wall as well. So all this beach here has been sort of like man-made per se, because these boulders have been, or man-secured. Because these boulders here are being dropped and sand is built on the inside, and it's preserved this beach and enhanced this area here. Look at this. Photo op, man. I give you all a photo op. What would this look like without coconut trees? Photo op number 1 officially. 20 seconds to enjoy this. Actually, I give you 30 seconds to enjoy the peace and serenity as well. Here we go. Alright, that is about right, I hope. Timekeeper, please forgive me if I didn't quite make it, and do not do it publicly. Please notify me if I didn't make it on time. So, there are many offices on this beach. This is Spot's office. Any of you that know Spotter? Spotter used to manage a band here called the Merry Boys years ago, then they turned into Ivory. He was their official manager. And then he started Universal Gym, which was down by Windsor Arms. And then after that, he sort of like retired into a beach bum like me, except for he's a beach bum that makes money. This is his office, and all these chairs here are his chairs. Spot has been renting on this actually beach here, I would have to say, for 30 plus years for sure. Maybe even longer than that. So he's very familiar with how the sand has moved. Years ago, we used to drive through this section here, all along this section. They actually had the very first official crop over wet fet on this beach here. Thousands and thousands of people in a chain link fence that was located on this section here, almost right out to that boat. It was absolutely, well, that's where the beach used to almost go out to. Maybe not quite that far, just a little bit beyond the groin itself. Now, whenever I come here, I always pass and see my friends, because this is where I hang out. This is their beach house, but I call this my beach house. So I'm going to go over and say good morning to Randy. I see them back again. I know that all of our friends are going to be here. You can see Barbados all the time. These people believe in this place for sure. Good morning, Randy. I have you on a live vlog, my brother. I'm coming to say good morning to you. How are you going this morning? Did you sweep your deck this morning? If so, I'm bringing sand on it. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. So you want to say to the family and stuff?
Hi, everybody.
How long have you all been back? I knew you were here just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we came in on the 30th.
Right, and are my crazy friends in the back as well?
Not yet, but
Not
they
yet?
are here on the island.
They are on the island?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to see them pretty soon, man.
Well,
Good to see you, my brother.
Yeah.
All right, so we come out here and rock out with you shortly, yeah?
Okay, buddy.
You take care, my man. Take care, cool. All right, so this is where you will find me on most days when I come around. These are my friends for a long, long time. I really got to know them extremely well last year. This is Waters Meet, sits right on the beach. Many times the parties that we have had here, along with the bands, because they usually have people that come on, independent people that come here that are band members that bring their own guitars and stuff. No amplified stuff. Just don't even know each other and come and assemble here and play some music for us, and we will sing along with them. I am the best singer, of course. Everybody would know that. Could say that. I could easily say that quite comfortably. But look at the view that I would be taking in, or they would be taking in. It's just not just spectacular. All right, so we go from Spotters area to Ning Ning. Ning Ning I've known from a little fella. I surfed in Ning Ning all my life before he went to Tobago. Started his own water sports company there, and then he came back to Barbados. He has all these beach chairs, all the facilities here as well. A great windsurfer at one time, excellent windsurfer at one time. And as you would notice, a lot of homes are missing here. But one of the good things that has happened over the past, there was an entire grove of bushes all along here that have been removed. Now, I didn't have to beg anyone, they moved them, but I would have begged them anyhow. But here was always a mass of bush. And you know, only kind of bush fruit, those things that grew, those ornamental fruit that you should not eat. They were all here, but we have removed them and beautified the beach. Notice the word, we have removed them and beautified the beach. So you understand now. Again, Airbnb properties. You will notice buildings going back, which is now replaced an old home that was there, where they're all guest homes. They're now going to be beautiful. So you can rent all in this area if you would like as well. Back down onto the beach section again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Barbados. What can I say? Absolutely stunning and breathtaking. This is the best beach in the world for sure. You want to come and camp, swim and stuff, this is the place to do it. You can see how the inside section is sheltered from any swells that are coming through. Admittedly, sometimes we get a big high tide, swells will come over the bar and get a little bit rougher in here, but usually a lot calmer than most of the places on the south coast. Yes, you definitely have the float that hit the east of the island, has come around a little bit onto this section. Nothing major, but still notable. And of course, this was my former girlfriend. Someone has beautified her for Old Year's and Christmas. She did not take our breakup too well. She actually really went into sort of like disarray. But she is beginning to enhance and look beautiful again. Many of you have come and done photo opportunities with her. I never charge you all. I let you all get away with it. But if you come back in the future, make sure and make a donation. Because if not, you can't take a picture of her. In the back section there, the orange building, the above section is Tickles. You all will know that as well. Great beach bar. We've met the owner of that property on numerous occasions. If you want to come and just hang out, this is the place. A lot of Canadians, a lot of people in general, but Canadians for sure frequent this area here. All the section will have umbrellas and chairs and tables a little later on the day itself. That is Tickles Beach Bar. And behind we also have a seafood outlet as well. If you're looking to get some seafood and stuff, right there where you see the bamboo style container. And then we have all the facilities you could possibly want, public facilities here along with Wi-Fi system. There's many different webcams out here. So I'm sure that our malicious and cautious crew, I would have to say crew, being led by our conductor and our co-star, will be on there this morning looking, because they're the webcam. So if you are looking, I'm waving at you. Look at the most beautiful person in the world looking back at you all and waving. Bike Shot House I talked about just now, the Robinsons. That is what used to be Bike Shot House. These condos are recently built. Beautiful location again. I like the height, nothing above tree height. That is my favorite thing, of course. The above section I've not worked on yet, but I'm sure that will be done in the near future. Bike Shot House is one of the old homes, that was, beach homes that was done here. We renovated into accommodations. Absolutely beautiful. It was run by the Robinson family for many, many years. That's the same Robinson family that ran the Hilton in Venezuela and also Hilton here in Barbados. Good morning to the Robinson family. Good morning to Deborah. Good morning to Adam there, my generation. Alright, so this area has also suffered a lot with erosion and stuff, because up here had a big beach before. But as you can see, they have put a lot of boulders here to sort of protect it, and it has built back a little bit. Alright, so this is where we start to get something a little bit different. We are at the beach, man. I gotta take a little swim. I know we're approaching an hour, but you hang tight, because I'm gonna take you out on an adventure here. Now this sandbar shifts quite a bit, so the direction you're seeing us walking in may shift a little bit to the left or to the right if you are coming down. But at low tide, at certain times of year, especially at full moon, super moon low tides, you can walk out here on dry sand, not immediately after you leave the beach, but as you work your way out into the sea a little bit, you will find sections where it's all dry sand. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So the sand that's built up along this area here, they always had a sandbar, but this is what causes a lot of boats not to be able to, that's small boats of course, not to be able to come from the above side of the lagoon, which is up by Primo, that was Pisces at one time, and work their way along the inside of the reef and then exit down towards the Cacra Bank area. But I want to take you out here for a couple of reasons. One is to show you that you can walk out here quite comfortably. I am in hip water right now. Hold a second though. I am talking about beauty and stunning and everything incredible today, and I am not focusing on me. I am not getting camera time. I am slipping. Co-star, please beat me next time that I don't come on here and show my beautiful self to you and everyone else, please. In case you do not know who I am the Bajan warrior. I strive for peace and happiness and love and kindness. The journey I am on is joined by others. They're not on my journey, they're on their own journey, but they walk with me every morning. I have people that have been on here that have never missed a day or have only missed 2 days in the entire time that we've been on. We've been broadcasting officially since the 21st of January 2020. We will be celebrating our 2nd year very soon, but we were broadcasting vlogs prior to that, but not live vlogs. Live vlogs started on that date, and since then there are people on here that have never missed, or I said missed maybe once, twice, and that is because they had to, they were on an aircraft, so they couldn't actually tune in at the time. For our driver, for example, I think she's missed probably maybe 3 or 4 vlogcasts in that time, so that will give you an appreciation of how dedicated some people are and the healing that they're finding in this group, because that's, they come back every day to find that healing, not just to see beautiful Barbados. You've seen this beach at least 20 times, but they're here because they want to enjoy the beauty, the serenity and the peace and everything else that's generated within the group itself. So I am the Bajan warrior, as I said before. Some people call me Mr. Olympian because I have won every gold medal that you can possibly imagine. I've imagined some that have not even come into existence yet, and I have them at home on my wall. I don't strive for perfection like most of you all, because I am perfect. I do not make mistakes. Remember, if I tell you anything today, or any of my vlogs, that you go on to Google or Bing or any other search engines and find something different, please send them a complaint, because they are wrong and they need to update their information. Ask them to contact me and I will guide them. I see Norman on board this morning. Norm, good morning to you, my brother. My blood brother is not, but the blood from your family somewhere along the line runs in my veins. I hope you all come back this year, because I'm really missing you all. It's 3 years you've not been back. It's time to come home. Time to bring your family home to where you love and where you belong. Alright, so we're about halfway out the reef now. Sandbar is a little bit to our right, but I'm just walking my merry way and talking. I'm not studying where I'm walking, so I'm a little deeper. I'm about hip deep of water right now. Water this morning, transparent. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning, stunning conditions out here this morning. So you can come with your family, your little kids out here, walk out the reef. You can actually walk along the reef on the intersection, right up almost to Ross Trevor Hotel, and look up into St. Lawrence Gap. We're not doing that this morning because it's too glary out there, too much bright sun, as you will see. I'll show you that. But we will be doing a 360 or circle of love in a couple of minutes time. St. Lawrence Church is just there, center of the camera, just on the left of all the glare. Primo Restaurant, first building you're coming to. Remember that used to be called Pisces Restaurant, the most or the best known seafood restaurant in Barbados. Opposite, just behind that, was owned by the same people, the Donawa family. That was the veterinarian, Mr. Bill Donawa. That was witch doctor. That was catering to buffet style. You now find Rave behind there. That is a place where our brother Kurt plays. They have a great nightclub behind there as well. And then you have the Yellowbird. I know Sandra is on this morning, or she will be on in a little while. Sandra, good morning to you and all the family at State Yellowbird. She likes to call it Sandra's Lagoon. I can't call it Sandra's Lagoon. You can call it Sandra's Lagoon. I have to call it the St. Lawrence Lagoon. Alright, circle of love again. You're going to do it. So you see now, so you can take in why I say this is the best beach in the world. Here we go. That's called a walking circle of love. As you will have heard the splashing of the water, which sort of I did, so you would appreciate how beautiful it is where I am at the moment. It is stunning, stunning conditions. No, the word stunning means I got to turn the camera. Switch Mary, thank you so much for coming up with that great invention of turning the camera when I didn't want to see you know who. So that's why you gave me the name of Switch Mary. For all of you all who are on the island or will be on the island this Saturday, please come and join us on our Docile Saturday walks. It is something that originally started out as a lazy day on the beach doing nothing but going in the sea, that has turned into a historic event because Nicole is versed on history. She has a passion for history, and of course we are dealing with succession, so we need to involve other people as well. We will be having open mic days. Yes, we're not a band, but we will be having open mic days where you will be invited to hold the gimbal, do a little bit of talk, express how you feel about Barbados, the beauty that you have of here, and some of the, I don't know how to say, precious memories that you have of this island, as well as the current memories or the current activities you're experiencing. So look forward to that as well. A lot of different little changes are coming. My co-star has taken over the media side, so you'll see a lot of things like Instagram and stuff starting to come up. A lot of other projects online. She's definitely enthusiastic and passionate about what she's doing. She doesn't walk my journey, but she walks the journey with me, and she is just as passionate about the healing and about the love and the sincerity and the peace that she has found. So we are growing. EMC is growing. We're growing our base, we're growing our foundation, and we're going to be bringing you a lot of exciting stuff in the future. I've been talking to you so I could walk further out for you so you can get a look, because I was saying I wouldn't be doing it today, but I am going to change it. We're approaching the hour now, but don't worry about that. You can chop this up in 3 sections, maybe watch, I don't know, 30 minutes today, which you probably watched already. Maybe watch 15 tomorrow and then watch a different 15 on Thursday, so you're not alone and you don't miss seeing me, of course. That's why I put myself in strategic areas as well. So if you want to see the beauty, you have to see me. If you want to hear the beauty of full water around us lapping, you have to listen to me. If not, you have to somehow do some other thing you can do. I don't know what you will do to get rid of my voice. I have talked the entire way through. It's not that I like talking, you know. It's just I'm trying to keep up with Nicole. Because Nicole has set this trend of where she doesn't stop talking. So I'm trying to do the same thing, you know. I was a very quiet person originally, didn't talk too much about myself or anything else. I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I do now. So, here we go, beautiful reef, as you can see. I was telling you about the reef before. This is the reason why you want to bring you out here. You see the amount of sand on this reef. This was all before, I would say 20 years back. This would have been flourishing reef with sea fans, moss, brown coral, everything you can imagine on it. But you can see the sand has actually settled on this reef section. So the sand that used to make up this massive beach at one time has shifted outward and is sitting in this general area. It's not making its way in. So all of the original reef out here would have been full of sea life. Would have had sea urchins. I wouldn't have been able to walk across here without very strong sole shoes. You would have been able to come out here and seen fish, thousands of fish swimming all around. You can see what's happened now. The reef is pretty much dead. So I'm not too sure what will happen here. I am seeing a little bit of growth on it again, but really nothing. It's going to take for a very long time. But what's wrong with something taking a long time if it is worth waiting on? Nothing. Here we go. Last of your views for today. And because I want you to see the most beautiful beach twice, I'm going to start looking inward. And we're going to take our clockwise this time circle of love. So you could take this in and we'll end right here on this beautiful beach with a photo opportunity. So I'm going to say my farewells to you now. If you found peace and serenity and love and kindness this morning in our vlog, please extend that to everyone around you. Don't leave out anyone. Give a smile to those you don't even know. If they think you're crazy, that is up to them to think. But remember, it's the freedom of giving. It is not the freedom to receive, the freedom of giving. If you give from your heart, you will receive. I can tell you that. I am honestly living testimony of that. So here we go. Farewell for now. Love you all. Greetings from the Beijing Warrior and from all of the EMC family members. We're going to take our last circle of love and then we're going to end off with a photo op of the world's best beach. Here we go.